So this is the introduction to the Art and Design Suite. Inside the Art and Design Suite you have Fine Art, Graphics and Textiles. Here's a little overview of what we're going to do during Year 9 for those subjects. So during Year 9, students will explore the different techniques, processes, making skills and technical skills needed to achieve and make good progress in all three subjects of this suite, which is the Fine Art, Graphics and Textiles. Keywords like artist research, sampling, design ideas, brief specifications and final outcomes are just some of the key areas students will find themselves working towards. Throughout all three of the subjects, students will be taught the fundamentals of presentation, formal elements of art, annotation and experimentation. So for the fine art part of the course in Year 9, students will revisit the basic skills they've learned in drawing and painting over the previous 2 years, and these will be improved upon and put into practice and used to produce interesting, quality work learnt through workshop sessions. In Year 9, students learn how to organise and present creative sketchbooks full of high quality studies and gain a great sense of achievement from developing final pieces. Year 9 students will respond to artist research, exploring both technical and expressive ways of working with a wide range of materials. As mentioned before, we deliver workshop-based lessons to help develop students' technical skill in the 2D elements of art. We'll be looking at pieces of work created using pen and ink, painting, oil pastel studies, drawing and collage work, all in response to different themes. During this time, students will learn about the content needed to make successful study sheets, different ways of presenting their work, how to annotate the development of their work and final outcomes. In Year 10, the Fine Art course will further refine areas of their skill level. At the beginning of Year 10, students will heighten their technical skill by studying a natural form workshop project which covers all of the 2D elements of art. Again, for example, pen and ink painting, printing, drawing and collage work. In art lessons, teachers will deliver a range of workshops to the whole class in response to artist work. Students are encouraged to work independently. In turn, this helps the students gain confidence with their skill level, use of materials and decision making. Halfway through Year 10, the fine art students begin to work on their chosen theme. They're given a range of starting points to consider, and then, as the project begins to develop, students experience one-to-one tutorials with their teachers, which are essential to making further progress, independence and skill enhancement. As we move into Year 11, students continue to work on independent projects supported by one-to-one tutorials where the teacher and student discuss important factors of their projects like decision making, problem solving. Individual demonstrations take place to show enhancement of skill level. We also discuss design ideas and time management, and all of these, or to name but a few, but all contribute towards making students feel not only ready for the real GCSE exam, but obviously the next steps after GCSE, instilling control and confidence to be adventurous with their studies. Towards the end of the first term of Year 11, students will sit a 10-hour mock exam, which will be their final piece for their portfolio of work. So we're moving on to the real exam, and this begins at the beginning of January of Year 11. Students will develop a sketchbook of work from one of the questions set by the exam board. This is worth 40% of the overall grade. The exam will be a 10-hour exam session and will be spread out over 3 days, and in previous years it has been sat during the month of April. Once the exam is complete, students can return to completing their portfolio of work, which is 60% of their overall grade.
Hello everyone, I'm Miss Oxley and I'm subject leader for graphics. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about the subject. So, Year 9 Graphics is designed to give you the chance to develop and extend your creative and technological abilities while showing you the type of work that real-life graphic designers do. This course is a very practical and creative course and builds on the graphic skills and knowledge you've already gained throughout Year 7 and Year 8. In Year 9, graphics projects are designed to cover several areas of graphic communication. These might include advertising and branding, packaging design, illustration and character design, typography and logo design. You'll see on screen there are some examples from the Year 9 footwear branding project. So what skills will you need? You need to be really good at drawing and communication, a creativity, an artistic flair, IT skills, particularly digital photography and image manipulation, and enthusiasm for the subject, as well as good organisation and time management to meet the deadlines that we set. You might wonder what happens in lessons. So you will be taught the basic design skills required by a graphic designer by exploring a range of graphic media, techniques and processes, including both traditional art-based tasks and new digital technologies. These skills will be taught and developed through focused practical tasks and ongoing project work. During projects, you will analyse the work of existing artists and designers and use this to develop your own ideas. You'll refine your ideas through experimentation and selection of appropriate resources, media, materials, techniques and processes. You'll also record your ideas and observations, and you'll produce a range of high-quality, professional graphic products which satisfy the project briefs. Graphics lessons are practical and creative, whether producing art-based work by hand, presenting project sheets, or using ICT such as digital photography and Photoshop. And how would this progress into Year 10 and 11? If you choose to continue with graphics in Years 10 and 11, this will lead to a GCSE qualification. You'll continue to broaden your knowledge of the graphic design industry and further develop practical skills including sketching, drawing, painting, collage, paper engineering and presentation, along with IT-based skills such as digital photography and image manipulation using Photoshop. Some GCSE projects include designing promotional and gift shop items for tourist destinations such as Whitby, the Butterfly House, Doncaster Wildlife Park and Hardwick Hall, which are projects we've done in the past and all involve a visit to the place. We've done projects to promote a street food festival and designed packaging for takeaway food. We've designed menus and promotional items for themed cafes and juice bars. GCSE Graphics is a very practical and creative course where assessment is carried out through ongoing coursework made up of several projects and a practical exam over 10 hours. You'll see on the slide some examples from the various GCSE projects. You might wonder how you will be assessed. In Year 9, that's all about learning new skills and developing existing graphical skills from Year 7 and 8. This is done through project work. You'll complete 2 projects in Year 9, along with focused practical tasks. In Year 10 and 11, you will work on a GCSE portfolio made up of several projects and focused practical tasks. The final part of the GCSE course is a practical exam, amounting to 10 hours of invigilated time. The final grade is based on the GCSE portfolio, which is worth 60%, and the externally set test, which is worth 40%. All of these would be given through evidence of the assessment objectives. The assessment objectives are set by the exam board, which is AQA, and it's the same for all art and design courses. So what qualities do you need to succeed in graphics? I'd like you to have an enjoyment of art and graphics, design technology, photography and ICT, a genuine interest in the work of artists, designers and craftspeople, good drawing, sketching and presentation skills, an interest in working with a range of graphics media, ICT skills, particular image manipulation software, and I need you to be self-motivated, organised and able to work to the strict deadlines. You'll need resilience to try out new things and keep practising, and you'll need good time management. Finally, you might wonder where graphics could lead in future. A career in the design industry, things like graphic designers, product designers, fashion designers and interior designers, illustrators and games designers, an animator, an architect, an advertising manager, automotive design, a web designer or packaging design. If you need any further information about graphics, then please contact me, Miss Oxley, and thank you very much for listening.
In textiles, you will explore a variety of textile techniques using a range of methods and materials similar to that of both contemporary and traditional artists. You will learn how to make decorative pieces using a range of creative materials and processes. So what will you study in Year 9? In Year 9, you will respond to the work of different artists and designers to draw and record observations. You will experiment with ideas using a range of textiles and media techniques including stitching and embellishment, printing and dyeing of fabric, felting, hand embroidery, machine embroidery and fabric manipulation are just a few to name. During this time you will also learn what is needed to create a successful study sheet, different ways of presenting your work and how to annotate the development of your ideas. So during Year 9 you will be following a theme of natural form and food. Some of you may be wondering, what skills do I need to complete work in textiles? Well, first and foremost is an interest in art, textiles, design and fashion, because all of these skills are needed for the textiles subject. An enthusiastic approach to learning new skills, the confidence to work independently, and of course a creative mind and a positive attitude, as a lot of learning in textiles is through making, experimenting and exploring. What happens in textiles lessons? So during Year 9, teachers will deliver a range of workshops to the whole class in response to artist research. Teachers will develop demonstrations detailing how to control the different materials, methods with a range of techniques, and how to approach aspects of presentation and annotations. As students move into Year 10, you will have 2 lessons per week, and at the beginning of Year 10 you will gain experience workshop-based lessons following a blended sea life and natural form project. During this time you will be enhancing, refining and developing the skills that are learnt in Year 9, but in addition there will be a strong focus on the design elements and links to a final outcome, and some which are group-based. It's important to understand that yes, this is a textiles course, but there will be an element of drawing pushed through some of these lessons. During Year 10, students will have one-to-one tutorials regarding the progress of their work and how to enhance their skill level, particularly when students move on to their own personal project. There'll be a range of starting points and themes, and the research and development of the student's project will lead to either a fashion outcome or a textiles piece, and this is entirely up to the student. As the textile students move through to Year 11, they continue to enhance or extend the skills learnt from Year 9 and 10. They will be working independently on their own projects, so the students are ready with the skills, knowledge and understanding to be able to work independently right from the start of the GCSE exam. So the real exam in textile begins in January of Year 11. Students will develop a sketchbook of work from one of the questions set out by the exam board. This is worth 40% of the overall grade. The exam will be a 10-hour exam session and will be spread out over 3 days, and in previous years that has roughly been around the month of April. Once the exam is complete, students will return to their portfolio of work, which is 60% of their overall grade. So overall in the art and design suite, you will need to have a consistently good effort in lessons and a positive attitude to improve, as we aim to move you towards a higher grade in Year 9. Good drawing and design skills are needed, but these will be a strong focus and will be developed throughout Year 9. It is important that you want to develop your skills to a high level and are open to constructive criticism. Homework will be very important, as the work you make, the research you do, or the designs you develop will only add to the enhancement of your sketchbook work, which will be your portfolio. Quality artwork takes time to complete. If you're committed to succeeding in this subject, this should not be a problem. And lastly, we strongly recommend that you purchase an art pack through school at the beginning of Year 9. This pack has all the materials included that we use in school. Therefore, your child should be able to work with continuity when the students are finishing the work they have begun in class, and this has proved invaluable for future studies.